This is a diaper bag. And I'd like you to think about why anybody would have a resume in a diaper bag. Or a high school journal. I'm in my 30s, by the way. And a military ribbon rack. Well, these three items in this bag represent who I am. And I thank you for giving me the opportunity to tell you how that is. I'm going to start with my high school journal. It's pretty beat up, from 1994. This is actually recorded in 2014, in case you didn't know. This is the only thing I took with me when I first left home. This represents my past. The reason being because not only is it stories of my life, like a typical teenager would write down life events and things like that, but there's emotions in here, and all those emotions kind of tell where I came from. So, for instance, I'm kind of getting nostalgic feelings looking at the different colored ink, but for instance, I have a story in here about my first boyfriend. So thinking about how the relationship kind of began and what was going on with it and how it ended, that kind of sets the tone for how all the relationships in my life were after that because of what happened during that. Not only just teenage secrets in here, there's some other things like anger, for instance. One page is filled with how angry I was at my mother for not letting me go to a friend's house. But the real reason, if anybody picked this up, they'd say, oh, it's just teenage angst. But I know that I was mad at her because she left for 6 months and then showed up and tried to be a parent again. Also in here, there's a lot of pages filled with, I can't wait to get out of here, and the world is huge, and I just want to explore it. So for a normal person to pick this up and read it, they wouldn't know why. But I do. So I like to keep this because it is a representation of my past, but it's also how I got to where I am today, which leads me to my next item. This is my military ribbon rack. So, everyone in the military in each branch of service, they have their own unique ribbon rack. And if I were to walk up to, say, another sailor, because that's what I am today, a sailor, I could look at the ribbon rack and kind of get a good feel for who they are, just by noticing some of the ribbons. And I know it's kind of small and you can't really see it, but I'm pretty proud, so I'm going to tell you about some. These two bottom ones, there's some nice shiny E's on there. I am an expert pistol shooter, yeah, did I say it right? Pistol shooter, and an expert rifleman. On the top here, these two gold stars means I have 3 Navy Achievement Medals. That tells you that I am hardworking. That's definitely who I am today. This one with a star right here, I have 2 Good Conduct Medals. That tells you that I follow the rules, I don't get in trouble. Sea Service ribbon, that tells you I've been on deployment, which means I've seen part of the world. A Global War on Terrorism Expeditionary Medal, ribbon, tells you that not only have I seen the world, but I've probably been in the Middle East. So that tells you exactly who I am today. I'm very diverse. I do a multitude of things, and I'm extremely hardworking. The next thing in my bag, this is the first item that I showed. I know you can't read it, which is too bad because it's written really well. This is my resume. This represents my future. Because while I'm a sailor today, in 2 short months, I'm actually transitioning out of the military. So this piece of paper kind of holds the keys to my success for what's about to be my future. I need to make sure that I'm represented on here, and this is basically what determines me getting a good job. The final item, my diaper bag. It's not a Coach bag. I have one, it's really nice. I some days wish I could carry it, but the reality is I'm carrying a diaper bag. And that's because I have 2 small children in diapers, and a third on the way. You can't see my belly, but it's pretty big down here, and in about a month, I will have another baby. So I will have 3 children in diapers. So in essence, this carried it in the past, I'm carrying it today, and I'm going to be carrying it tomorrow. So, based on my past, I've learned where I'm at now and where I'm going in the future, all because of the reason I have this diaper bag. So I'd like you to take a step back and ask yourself, if you had a bag, could you put 3 items in it that explained who you were?